Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tinykin, a game by Tiny Build. Yeah, I'm kidding, but well, so this is interesting. Obviously, I don't even know what genre this game is, but I was kind of curious about Tiny Build because they have a they have a history, and it's always funny. There's this thing where an indie developer will make a game and it'll do well, and then they'll become an indie publisher. This is actually a semi-common thing. Chucklefish, I think, Yacht Club Games. There's another one I can't think of the top of my head. Several companies have done this exact same path, and there's a logic to that. The problem is when they go one step past that and go from being a publisher into being a nightmarish death company. Now, I'm not saying Tiny Build is there yet, but at the same exact time, and I am aware of this, Tiny Build decided to go publicly traded about 3 years ago now. So they're well on their way to becoming a deathcore, like so many others. But the good news is the game we're about to play started development before Tiny Build went corporate. Like, why would they go public? So we do probably still have some good games that they're bankrolling, at least in the past tense. I just want to list some of the games they've put out, including speedrunners, and by put out I mean published, excuse me. They've only developed 2 games, No Time to Explain and the No Time to Explain Remaster. But they have published speedrunners, if you've heard of that one, Cluster Truck, which if you haven't heard of, go look it up. I'm dead serious. It's a fun game. Cluster Truck, Graveyard Keeper, which we haven't played yet. The entire Hello Neighbor series, which is relatively well known. Pathologic 2, which we've actually streamed. Streets of Rogue, which I played off camera, a very, very enjoyable game, co-op game. And there was another one that really caught my eye, other than Tinykin, the game we're playing right now. Of course, I can't find it now. The point is, they put out a few decent indie stuff. Yeah, Cluster Truck is a cluster truck. It's seriously, look it up. I'm not even going to describe it. You're going to have to look it up if you want to know what type of game it is. But I do want to say shout-outs and thank you to Kieran Elior, Mr. Red, History Maker, Papa Neeks, Jovan, Doomrider, Dormouse, Dragonheart, Drismian, Dude McGuy, Dusk P, Ebelosis, Edward and Gila Goitman, Edward S. Kazmarek, Aiko Carroll, Emily Carver, Endeavor, Eric Ho, Evan, and of course our majority shareholder, who is also the one who put this game on the list, Walker. Thank you all of you very, very much for keeping the lights on and for keeping the show going. So we'll see how this goes. Now, I did have some tech issues getting this onto stream, so hopefully we won't have those issues again. Hey! Holy crap. Game.
Aegis, my beautiful planet, shining with life, the home planet of humanity, according to what they teach in school. Nowadays, I'm the one teaching. I'm Maladane, an archaeologist and researcher in the most prestigious university in the world, and this is Nevis, my assistant. I've studied relics, artifacts, and fossils, and my conclusion is clear. Humans do not originate from Aegis, but somewhere else. Our true home planet awaits us, far beyond the stars. During my research, I came across an ancient signal, clearly of human origin, emanating from a nearby galaxy. Since that discovery, I've been preparing to go and meet the originator of the signal. We've explored each planet from pole to pole, and now we found it. It's decided. Nevis and I will go to this mysterious planet to uncover the secret of humanity's origins.
I'm apparently muted. So, when did I get muted? I should probably mention this game, these visuals are already disorienting as hell. 3D background, 2D person. This game was developed by ex-Ubisoft devs who left Ubisoft because, and this is an inference, not a direct fact, but it based on all the interviews they've said, they wanted to actually make unique games rather than just corporate games. You know what I mean, right? Made by committee games. So they left and they started doing jams. Now, for those of you not aware, a semi-regular thing that happens in multiple aspects of game development here in the States and in other countries as well, but mostly in the States that I know of, I'm sure this happens in other countries. Surely, is that companies, people get together and just be like, all right, here's your theme. And you're given a theme, and you're given like a few days or a week to throw together a game, a concept game, in other words, just to show off that theme. It's just there to be a way to trade ideas and get the creative juices flowing and just generally have fun, right? Game jams are actually extremely awesome, and if you ever have the ability to participate in one, I highly recommend it. This game came out of a game jam. Now, the original version was substantially less involved than this, but they liked the idea enough that they wanted to develop it into its entirely whole, massive, its own massive game. And here we are. Hello, Evo. All right, what do you think of the visuals? Hey, you! You're finally awake. Yes, this is now Skyrim. Came out of nowhere. I was worried you might never wake up. You seem to be okay, sir. I've never met anyone of your species. You need orientation? Set up something to help you find your way and get used to your equipment. Do feel free to have a look, okay? Alright, I'll leave you some time to get your bearings. I'll see you a bit further ahead. So, you know me. I prefer what I suppose the cool kids nowadays would refer to as diegetic tutorialization. But there is, and I don't like when the game just pauses to do tutorializing. And I hate it when the game takes control away from you to do tutorializing. But there's an in-between, and that is to have a tutorial that's just kind of laying in the background that you can just kind of walk by and ignore. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't go, space lets you jump. It's very useful. Give it a try. And then goes back to gameplay. It's just there playing in the background like that. You can look at it or not. It's up to you. Wait, like this. Wait, Tinykin are following you? How? They normally wander around the house and ignore everyone, but they seem to like you. Tinykin have fascinating capabilities. I may have finally found someone who can use them. For example, Pink are strong. They can push or carry. Together, they can carry even the heaviest of objects. That'll come in handy. Follow me! Sorry. Became a gnome there for a second. See this flower pot? If you throw your pink Tinykin at it, they can probably move it. Oh my god. My research has told me that an object of great importance was locked under the Great Staircase, but there's no way in. 1990 to 1991. You can tell because of the floppies. What's really funny is this is really good tutorialization, and then not at the exact same time. Like, do you notice how the jump in, there were the eggs strewn across this line right here, pretty much guaranteeing that we would splash into one of them, which guarantees that we would pop one, which means we would now see what happens when we pop one, and we would know to pop eggs in the future. Just kind of immediately getting across to the player the idea of how that concept works. Then they took the camera away from me and had a guy talk for a minute. about how they're strong, even though we just saw a cutscene demonstrating that. But yeah, we're apparently playing tiny grounded Pikmin. That's interesting. Apparently we have a timer on our bubble. I mean, considering I love Pikmin, I'm hoping this is going to work out for me, because if it isn't... Have you ever played Pikmin, Evo? Evo's response. What's Pikmin? Friendship points lost. Science! The incredible tardigrade. Pikmin is arguably its own genre, but it does actually exist within another genre, which is the indirect control genre. I think we've only played like one game in the indirect control genre. It's a relatively niche genre. Yeah, Overlord, arguably Lemmings. Man, I'm blanking. I'm blanking. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stop there, I think. Because I know there's a few others, but just none are coming to mind immediately. But yeah, the idea is you point in a direction and say, go, and they kind of interpret. You don't have direct control, you just kind of go with it. Hey, Dakota. Oh, whoops. The way is clear. Go get that component I told you about. And then they kill us. The end. Ah! How did that get back here? Really, Dakota. Jesus. By Odwin. The first component. Only you knew how many years I've waited for this. By the way, I'm Ridme. We make a great team. Milladane, right? Milladane? Milladane? Come on, I'll explain everything. See, this is why I wanted you to see it. Now sleep. Sleep. Welcome to my humble abode. You see that schematic on the wall? Once upon a time, a being known as Arduin lived in this house. Wise and good. Many consider him a deity. I think he was more of a sage. I believe this schematic was drawn up by Arduin himself to assemble a machine that could go beyond the house. I spent my whole life trying to find the components, and thanks to you, we've managed to collect one already. I managed to locate 5 others, however, getting them won't be easy. Your transportation device is damaged, and you need to go home, don't you? In that case, you have no other choice than to help me. Oh, and I have some friends to introduce you to. Prattle, the Arduin Museum curator, is a real never-ending pit of knowledge. Zikaru, the nectar brewer who travels mountains and valleys, and who has a cork hat. You should go talk to them at some point. House is big and you'll get tired walking around. I wasn't able to save your soap board, but I found a replacement. You found soap board. You can use it to slide wherever you want and get around a lot faster. Takes a little practice, but I'm sure you'll love it. Hold shift. Try it out, see how it works. I'll see you up top. Excuse me, Von Falkenstein, excuse me. A cork top hat. Oh, I almost forgot. See this adorable furball? One of my assistants. They're not very talkative, but very diligent. Use your soap board to slide along their silk strings and join me. Yeah, I figured you were a spider. Hey. So that's our run button. Yeah, I'm gonna kill all these people, by the way. I mean, they're all bugs, so they deserve to die. It's hard to feel bad about that, you know? I mean, would you feel bad about killing all bugs? Are you even American if you feel bad about killing bugs? I love the pipes made out of straws, by the way. See you, Milo. Welcome to the most distinguished brewery in the whole house. Also, the only brewery in the whole house. Since everyone started gorging themselves on that nasty, cheap doom is, the art of distilling nectar has been lost, and people are content with whatever junk they can get their hands on. Your eyes glimmer with interest. You wish to help? In each room, they'll be collecting pollen and using it to make the most resplendent of vintages. Got it. So there's our collectible per stage. Optional collectible. I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's hang on. The controls are doing something kind of weird here. Not sure what, though. Oh! It's the auto camera. There we go. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. Yes, we've hit the Prohibition era again, even though it's 1991. I see you're fully operational. Come with me. I know where we should start looking. The second component we need to find is a banner, located in the city of Sanctar. This way. Go through here as soon as you're ready. Hang on. So you want me to put a 3D object between the camera and a 2D sprite? Sure thing. There you go. Boom. Done. Next question. There's another one for you. I got 3D objects for days, son. Thief, vermin, the collection. Bring it back. What did you do with the artifacts, villain? Wait, it wasn't you, was it? No, you're too small. Welcome to the Ardwood Museum. I am the curator, Mr. Prattle. Unfortunately, our establishment has suffered an odious and villainous attack. Most of our collection has vanished. The Dynash guards are looking into it, but you know how it is. I need all the help I can get. Bring me back the artifacts, and I will offer you the greatest of rewards. My knowledge. There's another collectible. Also sounds optional. Interesting. There's also a further up. Well, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, but it's playing pretty smoothly on mouse and keyboard so far. Camera's fine. It's a little wobblier than I'd like, but it's really, really minor compared to, I don't know, Ruiner, which was legitimately nauseating. Movement's fine. This is fine. I can't even demonstrate right now, but you hold down right click in order to aim, and then you left click in order to toss. And that's all I know so far. I'll do another stage over here. Fuzzies. Fuzzies. Push against the fuzzies. Push against the fuzzies. Okay. Sorry. Well, it's one of those pause when I'll tab games. Yay. One of these days I'm gonna start giving negative for games that pause when I'll tab. One of these days. Sleep, Evo, sleep. We're going to Transador Crossing. Here's the entrance to Sanctar, a place of sacred pilgrimage dedicated to the great Ardwin. The banner belongs to a pious shield bug named Solaria. This object is very important to her. She won't give it up easily. I have a spirit key for Sanctar, obtained through totally legitimate means. Yeah, you're kind of sus, dude. And I think you're a moth, not a spider, but whatever. Counting on you, and I can't wait to see the things you're going to do with the Tinykin. I know, Loke, and there's a reason I haven't actually given it. I want to give that negative so badly, because I hate it! Because it's so aggravating when I do this. And it's just so awkward. Everything just stops. Everything goes silent. And it's like, at least make it a frickin' toggle. God damn it. Hi. For the record, that's also an irritation when I'm not streaming. Because I tend to get work done or be doing other things while playing video games. So, having to do this just kind of interrupts the flow. So I tend to not play games that don't play in the background when it comes to off-camera stuff. Just look at our options. We don't actually have many options here. Okay. Well, there's the brewery, there's the museum. Oh my god. There are apparently 171 Tinykin in this area. No relation to Pikmin. We have 500 nectar and 1 artifact. Whoops, I should probably hold down shift while doing that. Tinykin apparently are static from level to level, is what that just said. Onwards to Sanctar. Bye, minions. The religious heart. Adepts and pilgrims assemble in the cathedral to honor Ardwin the Creator and sing his sacred hymns. To be back in Sanctar! Congratulations, companions! The expedition has fallen fruit. What a haul! So many unknown objects and this strange relic. By Ardwin, I feel that's what we need to complete our quest! Hard to say, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. It is indeed about time we solve the mystery of the canticle echoing through our minds. Generations upon generations of shield bugs, and Ardwin himself are counting on us. What the hell are shield bugs? The city of Sanctar, aka a bedroom. Okay. Welcome to Sanctar, a land consecrated by the melody of Ardwin's canticle. Only the shield bugs can hear his voice. Strange, isn't it? The mystery resists all attempts to solve it. Any help you can offer will be appreciated. Speaking of mysteries, our missionaries have just discovered something. A large round relic. Go take a look. If you miss it, you must be blind. Convincing Solar to give up the banner will not be an easy task. It seems the Sanctine shield bugs want to broadcast Ardwin's canticle to make it accessible to everyone. But how? Something tells me this large circle is the key. Also, I wonder why the little shield bug nearby is so excited. Not what I would call an excited expression. So, red Tinykin. And that is one way to do a tutorial. So that's 3 separate methods of tutorialization we've seen so far. Narcissistic negative. Game demands that you do nothing but it. Thou shalt have no game other than my game. Oh my god. There's so many nectar. Alright, let's... Camera's just a little bit off. Let's... Turn that down a little bit. That's a little better. The Neruth. And yeah, the very concept of a forever game is exactly inclined towards you play me and nothing else. Which is its own level of nonsense. I don't even just play one MMO. I play 3. There are bundles. Okay. I was wondering. Admittedly, only 3. Because, to be blunt, there's only 3 left that have caught my attention. Actually, I guess that's not true. There's a 4th one. My bad. Audio cues. For where those are. You missed that. WoW, FF14, Star Trek Online, Guild Wars 2, and ESO. Look, I know some people like BDO, and that makes me happy. There are people in the world who derive enjoyment from a video game. But, nah, I'm good. Get some pinkos. Give into the communist side here. We're getting his bombos. I mean, almost every MMO that has been out for a period of time gets better over time. That's pretty normal, honestly. I mean, I mentioned ESO earlier. You remember ESO at launch? Because ESO at launch was trash, to be blunt. They patched it up, they fixed it up, and they started adding content. They kept adding content. And, this is important, the quality of that content went up. Yeah, I was actually in the beta too, Bladeball. It's actually the biggest reason why it took us until Vardenfell to actually give the game another try. Pinkos! Oh, thank God we found some communists. Whew! You see the tardigrade drawing? The same as the one in the cupboard where they leave the cryptic machine. Be cautious, traveler. Thanks. That's true, Noctis. No one can enjoy anything that I don't enjoy. No. How do I switch? There we go. It's apparently smart switching. Okay.
Whoa. Yeah.
So ESO pretty much flat requires a guide to tell you which quest to do in which order at this point. My friends and I made the horrible mistake. So apparently they're having an economic crash right now, so that's cool. I know you can say that about several MMOs, but ESO, like, me and my friends were rather lost about what to do in what order, where, and how, until we just picked up a guide and was like, oh, okay. Yes, FF14 is the only one with the mandated order, which I still think is wrong, to be blunt. But I also think that other MMOs' approach is wrong. I've yet to see an MMO that seems to do it correctly. Oh! Wait, no, I can actually name one right off the top of my head. Guild Wars 2. Actually, I guess that's not true, is it? Damn, never mind. Nope, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. So no MMO does it correctly. Oh, that was a waste. No, Guild Wars 2 is the FF14 method. And I kind of forgot about that. There's a tutorial in ESO? And that's my legitimate answer to that question. So I know this is Pikmin and all, but no, I'm getting some serious Collectathon vibes here. Like, straight up Spyro or Banjo. Really, Blade Chaval? Guys, I think Blade Chaval's making stuff up. I do like how it saves your progress on things you're blowing up. So if something takes 7, and you have 6, and you throw all 6, it retains the fact that it only needs 1. That would be very easy to screw up. They see a song made by a guy nobody can see. They hear a song nobody can hear, made by a guy nobody can see. I suppose that's true, Roman Cure. I don't know, Pikmin feels different than this. Not in a good way, not a bad way, just in a different way. Like, you'll notice this is also focused on doing a lot of micro quests all over the place too, right? Which feels more like Spyro or Banjo. Hey, go do this one little thing for me. Here's a reward. Collectathon, get. You know, that kind of format. I got 24 right now. Oh, absolutely, the Naruth. Guild Wars 2's vanilla is probably the worst vanilla out there. Not counting 1.0. There is no game as bad as 1.0. But, other than that, Guild Wars 2's vanilla is dog crap. I spit upon it. But, once the story actually starts getting taken off, and once the gameplay actually starts becoming good, no, it's legit. And I highly recommend it. Yeah, I noticed that, Roman Cure. There's no real micromanaging of the minions at all, which again is fine. Lineage, isn't Lineage still going? It might be Lineage 2 that's still going. That's a game I do not recommend, by the way. Lineage 2, specifically. do like how they show the path they're about to take. But yeah, as Roman Kier just pointed out, this is all very automated. Yeah, I'm enough of that. I think that's a good way to put it, Noctis Exol. Nice dynamic music. Interesting. In fact, that music is straight up Spyro. While we're on the subject. What did that do? Did that do anything? I mean, NCSoft are the devil. No, can confirm. STO's interesting. Because STO's kind of like WoW, except that everything's kind of shown in order. So, now that you say that out loud, I apologize. Yeah, I would say STO is the only MMO that actually gets it right in terms of quests. You're shown the order in which the quests happen, but you can do them pretty much in any order. Whoops. Hang on, I have an itch, like, right under my eyebrow. Just a really weird itch there. Okay. You know, all the developers of this game are like, stop trying to quantify the game genre. And I turn around like Isildur. No. Shortcut get. And the camera angle pointed out something I missed. I've noticed there's a lot of that. Whoa! Playing with the camera angle to help you out a bit. I mean, do we even have a concept as a backward, since we're a 2D object? You know, I enjoyed Shadows Over Loathing. I did. Well, about halfway through. But this is a nice breather from that. You know... Nice degauze game. Yeah, that's a good way to put that. Pikmin... I've seen a lot of people look at Pikmin and think, oh, it's a nice, easy, casual game. You know, the kind of game you just play while you're half asleep and you're just chilling. And it's like, no. Like, I'm not calling Pikmin super hard or anything, but that game is all about friction. That game is all about everything going wrong constantly in all directions, and you having to keep up with all of it. And I love it. There you go. And they continue. Yeah, just like the Lemmings comparison earlier. Are they taking a magnet to the VC Horror? Oh, nope, they're that. Okay. Interesting. Yep, we got the current flowing. Don't question it. Don't question it. I admit I wasn't really that much into Pikmin 1. Pikmin 2 was more interesting, but Pikmin 3, that's the one caught me. I really like Pikmin 3. I have to admit, however, in the interest of total honesty, at least part of that is because of the fact that it has proper co-op. Dragonflies live a long time and do not lack memory, you know. I'm aware you're not from around here. From up there, I watched you and felt your distrust. You don't understand our fervor, our faith. Ardwin, you've never borne witness to the miracles he accomplishes. We all live thanks to his grace. In silence, in shadow, Ardwin repairs the holes in our walls, replenishes our supplies, and makes sure we survive. His influence begins in all places and ends nowhere. Follow Ardwin, the great Ardwin, O Ardwin who might be Ardwin. Hallowed be Ardwin's name. Glory to Nardin and the priestess. Ardwin, his name is Ardwin. Glory to Baldwin and the priestess. Glory to Baldwin and the priestess. Oh my god. And to our ancestors, Ardwin said, to arrogance and pride you have chosen humility and compassion. To baseness and discord you have chosen kindness and mutual aid. I have nothing more to teach you. You will be your own guides. My house is now your house. If one day the agreement is in peril, remember these words, this moment, and this voice. For even when I'm gone, I will watch over you. It is my duty to the sacrificed. So, what are shield bugs, like, in real life? How did... Hey, Melkor Blade. It's Spyro. We're playing Spyro. Like, I have formally decided that is the genre of game we're playing. Those don't really look like roaches to me. I recognize the ants, and we've had dragonflies. Stink bugs? Here, let me just look behind them. Okay, anyways, we've also seen mantises. How have you been staring at that thing all this time? You have a problem with staircases? What are you talking about? It's beautiful. This colors, the nuance, the depth. Depth. All I see is blues and yellows. Are you okay? You poured Doomas in your eyes, didn't you? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. It's perfect. Or almost. There's a seventh color missing. Khaki green? It's not another shade of yellow, I imagine. Yeah, why not? Have fun, sweetie. In real life? No, I can't play a guitar. I've tried a few times in my life, but I'm too stupid for it. So I understand some of the basics, where my hands go, how to do chords. But actually doing it live? Nah. I also have trouble with the piano. I can only play songs I have memorized on the piano. I can't just play the piano like a real pianist can. Shortcut get. And while we're here. Boss is gonna love this new table. Deep black, glossy finish. Shame I can't get us anymore. It fell flat on the floor. Almost got knocked out. No one came to claim it, though. Come on, now! Wait, it wasn't a table? I'm actually not sure what that is. Do we have to leave the food on it? I need a lot of red. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. There is definitely some Lemmings DNA in this game. The more we do these little collector things. Yeah, I should test falling damage. I keep automatically assuming there's falling damage. I should just... After I do, like, this thing here, I should try it. There might be no death in this game. Like, no fail state. Well, no time like the present, I suppose. Whee! There you go. It's pollen, Blade Chaval. It's one of the two collectibles. The other one being artifacts, which I haven't seen yet, but there's only one. It's probably that thing over there. What does that take? 4. Oh yeah, there's your daily suicide, YouTube. That might have been from the water. Well, hang on. Got it. Might have just been the water. Hang on, hang on. Whoop. So there is straight up falling damage, and there's water damage. Good to know. What's the speedrun records for this game? Let's say any percent. No. 100%. 100%. Change my mind. Minutes, 100%, 2 hours, 100%. Damn. That's tight. I've noticed in my experience that collectathons like this tend to be really good speedruns. Because so much of it is routing, right? And I tend to enjoy that. In the stage. Sanctar. City of Sanctar. Oh, hey, there's our things. There's the 3 things we need to play. So we can actually play the MSQ right now and just go be done with that. We still need to find an artifact, about 469 pollen, 3 tags, and there's still over 100 Tinykin we haven't gotten. So, funny you say that, Inosians. I was looking into something, and there was a toggle that shows up that says, do you want to show this publicly? I decided, pretty much just for the hell of it, to show it publicly. Just to be as transparent, because you know me, I'm really big on transparency. What that means is if I succeed at that, for that month, I get a 70% split instead of a 50% split. Whether you care or not is up to you. but that's what that is. Sanctar. Any downside? Well, you have to donate through Twitch instead of something more direct. And a 70% split is still lower than I get from Patreon, which is an 85% split, or PayPal, which is a 98% split. Whew, I'm used to dealing with the old piano. Normally goes out of tune over time, but this happened overnight. There's this weird golden coin. It was tangled in the strings. I tried to pull it out, but I got stuck. Thanks for getting me out of there. Don't worry. I know the way out. I'll leave you the golden coin. You might figure out what to do with it. Oh, I know what to do with it. Nom, 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 nom. Well, there's one of those. Pretty sure we swept. We're gonna just assume that we did. There is not no Lunar There's not really a way to do that since Patreon is a monthly thing. Even the thank yous that I do for Patreon stuff is stuff that I do manually. Yeah, I was seeing a developer interview about this game, which mentions that one of their inspirations was Paper Mario. And I don't mean to sound negative, but I think they learned the exact same wrong lesson that the actual Nintendo devs did. Because, let me explain that a little bit here. I love the Paper Mario aesthetic just plenty, that's fine. 2D sprite, 3D space, sure. But the problem is, Paper Mario was a well-designed, well-crafted, good story JRPG. That's another one we need to add to the JRPG list, Rax. Not that you're there anymore. So, they were like, oh, people love Paper Mario. It's because they love the paper aesthetic. It's like, no. We liked the good game. The paper was neat. And so they're like, all right, all in on the paper. And it's like, no, but... Okay. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm failing at this extremely basic jump. It's not even a jump. It's just walking up a ramp. And I apparently can't walk up a ramp. Yeah, we hate Sticker Star. And Super Paper Mario was a big step in the wrong direction. So it's doo-doo, shooby, doo-doo-doo. Ah, shooby doo-doo-doo. That's not it. These are fine. I actually have enough for that right now. Okay. Oh, trust me, one day I actually want to review Sticker Star, just because I want to actually go into depth and detail about exactly how terrible that game really is. Every defense I've ever heard leveled at that game is, in my opinion, an invalid defense. Not that I like to crap on other people's opinions, but no, I mean, like, imagine if I said, wow, this pink thing is so terrible, and they're like, well, you just don't like it because it's not blue. No. Well, it's not as bad as you think it is because such and such. No. Agreed, Blue Fusion Bolt. Super Paper Mario had its problems, but it was no Sticker Star. Nothing was Sticker Star. Hell, I'm one of those weird people who actually enjoyed Color Splash. Think of that what you will. Interesting. I can just do that now. And see interactables. Yeah, I've heard that, Melkor Blade. I've heard you just don't like it because it's not Paper Mario 2. You just don't like it because you're thinking of it as an RPG instead of a platformer. I don't remember what else. I've heard a few incorrect defenses of Sticker Star over the years. They're all wrong. That's my fault. I hit the wrong button. I'm going to turn down the thing just a little bit more. There we go. That's right. I just prefer colored pencils. What? Always the basic jumps. Can't fail at anything real. They really like blowing up, don't they? Good thing, too. If they didn't, I might feel bad about executing them en masse. God, not scissors. I was gonna say, getting back to that Lemmings vibe there. Oh no! I think it's kind of the controls, Noctis, because they're just... Like, it's possible it's me, but I got a good night's rest last night. I even woke up at a decent hour today, so, like, unless I'm really, really, really out of it, Lord knows that's possible. I think the controls are just off a little bit. So that's good to know. We only get one bubble per fall. Yeah, I admit it's nice to have the little circle under me to indicate where I am, but I wish it was a little darker, actually. Just to make it a little bit more clear exactly where I am. A minor complaint, admittedly, but a complaint nonetheless. I also noticed the camera's doing just a little bit of a fisheye thing, which has been throwing me the whole time. It's something with the FOV is just kind of odd. And to my knowledge, there's no way to change that. I guess I can double check, but I didn't see any way to change the FOV. You can turn on depth of field if you hate your eyes. That's actually not terrible. Still not good, though. Be gone. And that's roughly what it sounded like when I would play guitar. Any questions? Speaking of which, if you haven't played Hat in Time, go play Hat in Time. It's a really, really, really good game. Like, the nicest thing I could say about a Hat in Time is that it's not as good as Mario Odyssey. Because of course it isn't. It's Mario Odyssey. Like, there's no shame in getting number 2 when you're being put up against a giant like that, right? So we never finished what this was. As the doom is, as figured, it's soda. Oh yeah, so if you're wondering, you're the first person to notice, Walker. We were having a bit of a creep problem on the guessing sheet. Far too many names from far too many people who haven't guessed in far too much time. And it was just bloating out the guessing sheet. Now, I could have tried to parse it down a little bit more manually, but to be 100% honest with you, I didn't have time. So I just etch-a-sketched it. So, if you would like to add a guess to the guessing sheet, it is now blank and ready to go for people to add their guesses fresh. Hey, Warcraft Code. I do apologize for the inconvenience. I don't think I had enough for that. Oh, I'm missing 1. Woo! Okay. And a booby-doo-doo to you, too. Where'd he go? Yeah, 3D World is an awesome 3D platformer. I don't think it's the best, but, I mean, again, when you get up into the true giants and juggernauts of game design, right? Like, at a certain point, it's just... Seen it. In there, at the bottom of the big closet, a monster! Gigantic and covered in hair. Wicked eyes, deadly fangs, ready to tear me to pieces. But how are you able to stand there talking about it if your monster's all that terrible? I managed to escape through the gap and blocked the entrance. You think I'm gonna buy that? We need some neutral. Someone neutral. You with the weird hair. Did you bring us back some evidence? Proof. Okay. She has a device that could help us. Sure. Alright. What was today's Universal? And either way, no, I haven't logged on since last night. Who is Jimmy Dore? Warcraft Code. I mean, I know that sounds like a joking answer, but it totally is not. I really don't know who that other person is. Oh my god, it's a plushy dinosaur. I was wondering what the terrible monster was. Either way, no. I usually don't have time to do endeavors. Well, I barely have time to do my event dailies. And I don't always do them because I don't always have time. Here. I do love doing space damage. Why don't adults ever listen to me? The relic must be carried to the cupboard up there. Yeah, I caught that already. Thanks, though. The relic and the poster have the same picture. That's your logic? I do it myself, but I'm too small. You can use the pink, right? Yeah, I got it. Thank you. You can go do the main quest route. Yeah, that's great. Thanks. But the MSQ... Yeah, MSQ. I'm listening. I'm definitely listening. If someone donated towards a gacha game, they'd probably know that those are actually forbidden. Like, pretty much to a T. First of all, any mobile games are forbidden just by virtue of being mobile games, whether they're an actual game or not. Second of all, gacha trash is separately forbidden. Yeah, like Genshin Impact, or Honkai, whatever. I'm sure those are actually good games, I just kind of don't care. You know what I mean? I've got a queue and a list a mile long. I got other things to do than to cover Genshin Impact, you know? Oh, that's so cute! I brought a small drawing of Arduin to hang on the wall as an offering. That's so cute. I mean, isn't that just Genshin Impact at that point, Von Falkenstein? Because I've heard that it's a legitimately good game. Now, granted, third-person information there, because I don't know anybody personally who plays it. Our uncle says that when there's a problem, we have to come and pray to the great Arduin. But he never answers. Maybe he's just shy. Also, Huey, Dewey, and Louie right there. I have unfortunately never heard of our Azure Lane. So I don't know about that one. I've also never heard of Infinite Lagrange. Although, actually, I just thought of an example of a good game that has gacha mechanics. Opera Omnia. X-Dive Online. Hang on, I need to go. Hey, every Robot Master from the classic Mega Mans, could you all just, like, simultaneously just descend upon Noctis like a whirlwind of metal and death? If you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Overwatch is functionally gacha, yes. Well, Overwatch 1 was. I don't know if Overwatch 2 is. Focus. Meditate. Arduin's canticles are part of you. You have to learn and live with this music, just as you live with the sound of drafts and flapping wings. Hey, when am I going to look for treasure with the others? Shh, focus, you big baby. We'll have to do it all over again. Even I'm not old enough to remember, but in Arduin's time, we shield bugs lived in the gardens with the mantises. Remember, they weren't quite as nutty back then, believe it or not. The dragonflies asked us for help when Arduin disappeared. Dynasts are good at hitting things, but when it comes to using the old noggin, we're the one to ask. I mean, even the music sounds like Spyro music, right? Like, listen to this. I wish Mr. Red were here. I could be like, hey, Mr. Red, play this game. I'm not sure, Warcraft Code. I just have minions that follow me all over the place in general, like in real life. You just kind of get used to minions being there at all times, you know? It's like the furniture. You stop paying attention to the furniture at a certain point. I used to have a hotel in the neighborhood, but since this one opened, I don't have any customers anymore. Came here to leave a super negative review, but the value for money is excellent. Right. Welcome to the Great Cassette Hotel. Most renowned in all of Sanctar, we offer a breathtaking view of the temple. Pilgrims from all over the house gather here. Unfortunately, I regret to inform you the clump of hair on your head does not fit with the standing of our establishment. Having you here is not worth it. Ouch! Jesus! I guess even bugs can be racist. There we go. Okay. No. You get them desiccated, Warcraft Code. They have no scent at that point. Proper care of your minions is necromancy 101, okay? Most people don't think about that kind of thing. They just think, I've got undead minions, and then they're just horking up their lunch. Because they forgot to take care of them proper like. Yeah, get some potpourri. Just gotta shove it in there, you know? Let's test a theory. Interesting. You get efficient with it, Warcraft Code. You make sure you always have an even number of undead minions, and you have one of them always watch the other one, and you just have a line, right? I mean, there's the MSQ, which I've been completely ignoring, Yura. Like most collectathons, I'm pretty sure I could just ignore the collector thing and go play the game. Actually, like most collectathons, I imagine what's actually true here is like some of the collectathons are necessary. Like you have to get 70 stars kind of a thing, right? I don't know how much is mandatory, though. And of course, we're just going to do everything, because of course we are. At least until it gets tedious, or worse. How's our count right now? Oh, we got tons. Clean up a little bit here, because I think I left a few exploders. I thought I did. Yep, I did. Last time we were here, we were out of reds. Oh, you're probably right. We probably need X amount just to be able to interact with the MSQ stuff. I think that's all we left here. down here to do it. My screw up. Probably not, Yura. Have you ever looked closely at things? Things are gross. Yeah, small things are especially gross. All of you at domestic, yeah. Not to rent a runt like you into the homes of honest seniors that are knocking first. Don't worry, my piggy wiggy. He looks weak and feeble. A whack with my pin and I'll crush him like a pancake. Oh. Come on, minions. Let's go. Alright, so I think we're done in there, except for those things, which I just noticed. Yes, pillars of snow. The primary gameplay loop feels like Spyro, so I'm going to qualify it as that, but there's definitely some Pikmin element, and there's definitely some Paper Mario element. Like, for example, the story side of things feels kind of Paper Mario-y. Listen, all I'm saying is slavery is totally cool when I'm the slaver. Look at this, he's got picture evidence. What, that's your monster? Like I said, teeth as sharp as razors, eyes dark as night, with an aura of hatred. Dovey, it's a plushie. There are dozens in the house. Oh yeah, and have you ever seen such a terrible plush? Do you want to go see it and show us what you're capable of? Okay, you win. I'm trembling with fear. Never seen anything like it. You're a real hero. Can we go home now? Yeah, I'm actually hungry now. Thanks, stranger. Without you, I think I would have looked like a nutcase. By the way, during my heroic retreat, I stumbled upon this. I think it belongs to the museum. Could you take it back for me? Ball number 2. Let's get some height. And we're dead. Most commonly said phrase on this show. And we're dead. We can apparently grind the railings. This. Did I get all of them? I think I did. Okay. So we haven't done this part of the house at all, or the room, excuse me, at all yet, but I think we've done a pretty solid sweep. Most everywhere else, other than the main story quest, which we're deliberately ignoring, like you do. Whoops. If it makes you feel any better, everybody's leader's a lunatic export corp code. there so much pollen in this house? Yeah, every time someone accuses me of being a warhawk in my comments section, I just kind of laugh a little bit. Like, yeah, uh-huh. That's definitely me. How the hell do we get up there? Oh my god, you're right, Pillars of Snow. What if you play this game in winter, though? Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Murder and mayhem await. A warhawk is... Oh my god, Alchemist. Alchemist's answer is technically correct. But the answer in question is a warhawk refers to a type of person who is so pro-war as to be almost always arguing not only that war is good, but being pro-war in their overall stance. So there's one here. Grab that over here. And the other one was down? Not sure where, though. We haven't been in here, though. Bunch of people getting drunk and listening to... We don't want to know what. Can't handle it anymore, bro. Ardwin's Canticle. It's driving me crazy. I know it's supposed to be a blessing, but... We've all been there, pal. We're looking for a way to make it stop. In the meantime, want another drink? Does it help? Not really. The nectar here tastes awful. Also, I saw the bartender break 3 bottles behind the counter while you were talking. You only use breakable stuff to stick the name of the bar. That or it's an insurance scam. The name of the bar is Fragile. Yuck, what is this stuff? Well, nectar as usual. What did you do to it? It tastes like fermented snail slime. Shoot, switch the bottle. Sorry. Wait, then what have I been drinking? Slime, but not fermented. It's safe. But it's not normally used for drinking. It's applied to the skin. Tonifies it. Mueller, I'm gonna get you tonified by the guard if you don't shut up right now. I'm chewing the joints of the house. For the moment, this one is the most disgusting. See you around. Hopefully somewhere better. First time, pal? Welcome to the Fragile, where we serve the best nectar in the house. I'm not sure you can handle it, though. Glasses might be fragile, but this beverage is not for the weak. Anyway, there's also a comedian before me today. He's... Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. No, we don't say fragile. Very different, very different. Good morning, Just Drop TV. Sorry, I only speak American. Game that's toxically positive? Not off the top of my head. I'm sure one exists, though, because toxic positivity is a real thing, and it kind of sucks. Charming lady with whom I was spending a delightful time at the Fragile told me of her misadventure. One of her most precious gems had fallen into this image box. Look like an agile fell. Mind getting in there and turn the machine back on? It's the only way to get the gem out. Pointed tool up there would help you with the box. Yeah, that's way up there. You need a good 2 bubbles of flight to reach it. Yeah, and we have 0. We're good, 0. No, apparently we have 1. My bad. Actually, fun thing. I found out recently I have no Romanian blood whatsoever. I was lied to my entire life. Pretty much all my blood comes from 2 sources. The most boring thing imaginable. At least for someone in the United States. And, Lebanon. Yeah, this is actually a few years old at this point. About 4 years old at this point. But, yeah, we were during a gathering, and one of my aunts had actually bothered to get herself tested and sent in, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, so, you know how, great-grandma such and such kept saying we're from Romania? Yeah? Turns out she lied. Huh? Yeah, I am German and Lebanese. Reminds me of a story about my grandfather, my paternal grandfather. Actually, I was literally called a Nazi yesterday, Warcraft Code. Not a joke. My paternal grandfather used to make up stories about how he was a gunner on the B-12s, I think it is, back in World War II. And of course, that's not true, and we can prove that that's not true. We have written evidence that that's not true. But here's the really strange part. He actually did work on B-12 bombers. He was an engineer. Mechanic, excuse me. Let me be more clear about that. He was one of the repair crews. And I know I've said this story before to a couple people, but I always found it amusing how he apparently thought that was a mark of shame. Considering most of us would have actually been legitimately proud of him for being a mechanic on P-12s, or whatever they're actually called, bombers in World War II. Like, he was stationed in London at the time. Again, we have evidence of this. Where was the shame? Why was that something you felt the need to lie about? I don't know, Luke. If I spent some time researching it, I could probably actually answer that question. Fair enough, Dakota. Guess we got all those. That's later. Let's go see what this is real quick. Since we're down here anyways. Stop. The taverns in the house serve a flavorless sludge, brewed with whatever they find. So hear me out. The pollen around here, it sings. One only needs to brew it into beat. Listen, I'll harmonize the mix as long as you bring the pollen balls all across Sanctar. I managed to collect all the pollen I needed. Here, take this. It's ready, another bottle for my collection. And we have another bubble. Don't worry, Warcraft Code. When I grow a mustache, it'll be too late. Whoops. It's the third time I've done that. That's really weird, Dakota. I'm not sure I would drink that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Yep, as expected. What's this range? They broke it. My picture box. An eternity spent in here, and this nasty thief comes in, cuts the cable, and everything stops. No more sparks, no more nothing. Look for the gemstone they stole, aren't you? Fell to the bottom of the box, and they dropped it when I surprised them. But if you want it, you're gonna have to help me turn the picture box back on. Okay. Yeah, no, exactly, Melkorblade. I'm completely with you. I mean, you know my upbringing in terms of workforce, right? To this day, the second longest job I've ever worked as was a janitor. And I am proud of that fact, by the way. But yeah, no, like, it's just... The idea of looking at someone who's an airship or aircraft mechanic and being like, ugh, that's just alien to me. It's like looking at a camera operator on a movie and being like, ugh, that's all you do is operate cameras? Well, let me know if you do any real work. Oh my god. Yeah, it's another one. Looking at a sanitation worker and being like, oh my god, what a terrible job. You ever want to be amused for a second? Look up how much sanitation workers make on average. Especially here in the States. Hint, it's a decent chunk of change. I know, right, Euro? Ugh, all you do is that middling, like, pauper's work. Really, von Falkenstein? Wow, I'm honestly shocked by that. No offense, but I figured Germany was a lot more pro-worker than the States. Then again, I'm pretty sure the only reason that most sanitation workers here make decent money is because they have a solid union. Same reason that longshoremen make decent money here in the States. You are a true gentleman. You know, on further reflection, I'm sure I'll be able to make better use of this gem than its original owner. Here, I understand you're interested in this kind of collector item. It just so happens my friends have been lucky enough to find a few by chance. If you're interested in this kind of work, please talk to my companions. We all wear the same mask. That's 3 artifacts for this level. Where's our per level? Okay, so we are missing 29 Tinykin, about 279 pollen. That's actually it. Well, what are you talking about? 1991, Pillars of Snow. That's not hyperbole. We actually saw a calendar earlier. You're joking, von Falkenstein. Jesus. I guess that's just how it is. Everything is bad in different ways, in different places. You think that's bad? Give it another few years, people will be like, what's a floppy? What's a VHS? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Aw. What's a CD? Well, it's a certified deposit, obviously. think that's bad. We're already getting to the point where the knowledge of what an MP3 is slowly drifting out. Compact disc, Warcraft code. Okay, let's go turn these in. I think that's what's been throwing me on some of the jumps poses now. Oh no, nothing's replacing the MP3. You misunderstand. It's just we've gotten to a point where they don't really think of it as an MP3, they think of it as an audio file. Or, more accurately, they don't think of it as anything at all. It's the same thing with video formats, right? Nobody knows what an AVI is anymore. Sorry, Walker. Alright, that's sweet. There's one area we haven't done. I need to run over you. Thank you for taking the conductor back to Tesla. You're welcome. Yeah, exactly, Malcor Blade. True, Von Falkenstein, but how many people know what an MPEG is? Hell, I don't even remember what MPEG stands for off the top of my head. Give me a second, I could probably remember, but I don't off the top of my head. Yeah, I figured. Not that I'm aware, Walker, no. Ah, FLAC files. You know, I actually have nothing against FLAC files. But I do have a little bit of bias against people who are so pro-FLAC that it's just kind of irritating, you know? It's kind of like Linux users, you know? Sure, they're normal, ordinary people, but then there's Linux users, you know what I mean? FLAC, I don't actually remember what it stands for. I know it's lossless audio compression. File lossless audio compression, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, we've talked about this before. There's all sorts of categories of things where there's just kind of an elitist underbelly of a given fan base. Have I mentioned that I'm vegan? You know, that kind of thing. Daddy, do you think the old man at the museum could teach me how to read this? Books? Impossible, darling. Prattle still knows the meaning of certain signs because they're repeated to him. He's a bit weird. What about Rosetta? I don't like to be mean, but she already seems to be struggling with a few symbols on Tesla and Edison's machine. Maybe books are super important. Look, try if you want, but also think about getting some fresh air. I want you to go silly with all that reading. Yeah, silly. Reading's for girls! Oh, wait. That's another one. Wave files. Wait. Free lossless audio compression. That sounds right. My God, Pillar just know. Like, if you want to go legit vegan, there's no judgment here. That's not what I'm being irritable about. I'm just irritable about elitists. Yes, that's right. I am elitist about elitists. Actually, yes. I will admit to my shame I've been elitist about several things. Almost always as a kid, but it's still something that I've done. No, I had a friend who had a Genesis. Although I do think SNES games, by and large, are better than Genesis games, but I don't think that's because they're on the SNES. I think it's just because Nintendo had the inertia when it came to third-party developers. Exactly, Close Snow. And it shows, to be honest. I am missing 38. Well, hang on. I am missing 26. I'm also missing that one right there. I haven't figured out how to get to that one yet. Sonic 3 was legit, and I enjoyed Sonic 2. But, like, Mega Man X1, you know? Or Yoshi's Island. A game which is still one of my top reviewing games. Ever. But no. The truthful answer is I can't remember anything I was elitist about as a kid. I know I was. I know I was a prat. Because I remember being embarrassed about it. God, what was I thinking? But I couldn't tell you what I was elitist about off the top of my head. Ugh, yeah, no, that is what... Okay. There's probably something really, really dumb. Like Power Rangers or something. Yeah, I was thinking that earlier, Luke. I honestly thought I saw the soap bar, like, diminishing, and I was like, oh god, is it a limited resource? But no, it's just soap. It's fine forever. See, that's what I was thinking, too, Von Falkenstein. Which is why I'm here. I don't think that's the last one, though. I think I'm missing something somewhere. So this is what how a Collectathon really lives and breathes. First of all, there's guidance and flow. Which this level so far has had actually really, really good guidance and flow. The question is, how well does it do when you only need 2 things to finish out a level? So we need 20. We're missing 20. Let's check inside, and then we'll go ahead and do the MSQ and see what happens. Pretty sure we swept in here, though. Hey, we're also missing... God, what else are we missing? 6 Tinykin, and 20 pollen. The problem is, I don't remember any area that I had mentally flagged as go back to that we haven't. I'm gonna double check. But most of the areas that I was like, we should go double check this when we get more people, we have. Next to the diner? Tent next to the diner. Got all those things. There were a bunch of dangly things here last time. Let's go up. By all means, if you spot something, say something. Because we're missing... hello. Let's say we're missing Tinykin and Fingers. So now we're missing, I believe, 3 Tinykin. Somewhere. Yeah, next stage I'm actually going to minimalist it on purpose, pretty much to see what is required to progress. I always figured I'd kind of 100% the first stage, or at least try to. And by always, I mean as soon as I've realized it was a collectathon. See you around, Yura. Enjoys. Be destroyed. Well, some collectathons have a system like that, including Mario Odyssey, actually. Although they don't get full credit for that one. But it is still a thing, at least. Oh, now we're here. Go ahead and push MSQ, see what happens. God, Mega Man 1 falling speed. So fast, it's literally a bug. No, Blue Fusion Volt. But I do hope the homework goes well. Pretty sure we swept in here, but, you know, being thorough. It's weird how few of the Tinykin I have needed so far. Whoop. Final variants of the song that's been playing the whole stage. How is this possible? Ardwin's canticle, it resounds throughout Sanctar. Even the ants can hear it. Now the voice of the creator can be heard, studied by all. Did Arwen himself send you? As reward, I grant you my most precious treasure. My banner, handed down since ancient times. Carry it proudly, friend, as a servant of Arwen. Yeah, I don't know. Most likely I missed something somewhere in some crevice or corner, and, well, we're gonna have to live with 99%ing this particular stage, because, Well done, Maladin. I am very impressed. Let's go inside the tunnel leading to Crystal and add this component to the machine. Let's double check over here. Yeah, no, we got all the letters. Return to the others. Oh, I tried to get up too fast again. Did all that. Oh, yep. Okay. Mandatory. Why? I mean, dumb question, I suppose, but still. A disc playing Arwen's Canticle, but why could the shield bugs hear it before the cryptic machine started up? Is it really Arwen's voice or just a copy? What do you think? I'll ponder that myself. Thank you for your help. I'll remind them what they owe you in case they forget. You're welcome, little beetle dude. Now I'm gonna gas this entire house to get rid of all the bugs, okay? No harsh feelings, but you're bugs, so, you know, die. How does the house have power? Like, if there's no people here, who's maintaining the electrical grid? And the generators, like the actual power plants. I gave up. That was my last idea. Oh well. There's the orcs. There's electricity because we says there's electricity. Which would make sense, comparatively speaking. Congratulations. Got a new component. By the way, I know someone who might be able to help us in your ongoing quest. My old friend Sikaru, the brewer. Ah, there you are. You told me you use soap bubbles to glide, is that right? During the distillation process, I collect soap bubbles from the foam. I don't generally use it, but this time I kept some aside from you. Call it a welcome present. Each time you come by with enough pollen for new vintage, I give you more soap. Up to 3 bubbles now. When you came here, the tank in your suit was completely empty, but these bubbles should help fill it. All goes as planned, you should be able to glide for longer. Yeah, thanks, game. Big funnel in Foliana Heights, the heart of Mantis territory. We can make our way there by going through Sanctar. I'll see you there. Now, I doubt they're going that direction with it, because that's not the tone of this game, but Mantis territory should be like, oh god, it's Mantis territory! Anyways, I'm Mock, fastest hornet in the house, an ex-pilot for Silarain's Black Team. Had enough of sitting inside a car, so I invented a whole new sport, the Swift Hornet. Its rules are simple. Start at the starting line, race through the aero bubbles until you reach the finish line. You seem like a capable fellow. Fast, too. Even if you could be more aerodynamic. I need someone to help me clear the course and try them out. Plans to have one in each area of the house. Great race, which I'll handle. A small one handled by Dash. I'm Dash, the second fastest hornet in the house. Come see me by setting this and try getting the best time in my races. If you get good enough times in the small or great races, you can win medals and outfits. To get those, talk to the designer Legarfald here in Crystal. Cool. Dash is still young. He tires quickly, so I leave the small races to him so he doesn't damage his wings. Sorry. Okay. Ridney's a childhood friend. When we were kids, he spent his time tinkering with gadgets with his mother. He was smarter when he came out of the egg than I am today. He's never been one to sit still. It's a shame he doesn't drink nectar. But the last of our latest vintage would surely help him chill out. Right. One of those wearing ancient talisman can freely take this path to Foliana. The Mantises really aren't messing around when it comes to security. Not to worry, I haven't been sitting around while you were helping the shield bugs. Here's one just for you. New folk have arrived in Crystal. Hornets, Mock, and Dosh are set up areas. Really? Thanks for letting me know, game. That the people I just talked to exist now. Alright, where are we? All that lugging around from Ambrose. What did you say her name was again? The client? Solaria, shield bug, if memory serves. One day they're in Pandamonus, next day in Balnia. They find some gizmos, but still no Arden. We're running around like crazy. They might have left by now. Give it a rest. I saw them over there. Well, I hope so, with how little we get paid. How long has this water been here? Don't answer that. Now, where's the races? Hey. What do you got? The Great Sanctar race is the perfect introduction to Swift Hornet. Keep your eyes on the road. I know the cathedral's gorgeous, but you'll visit later. Only those who got a medal in Dash's short sprint can try the big one. Oh, okay. It's on the other side. Okay. Sure. kind of don't like that you can't dash uphill. I get why, soap, etc., but it is a weird design choice. Damn. The small Swift Hornet race of Sanctuary is ready, I think. Well, I guess you can double check. Careful not to land on a shield bug or else Mom will be mad. My races aren't very long, but you still have to hurry to get a medal. Go! Oh, almost forgot. Make sure you clear all obstacles and unlock all paths along the race before you have a go. Oh my gosh. And that's the game. God, it kind of is pancakes. That's a weird comparison to make, but I stand by it. Wow, that was really slow. Yeah. Let's see if we can improve that a little bit. I don't know how to do faster right there. That's what's costing me too. Look at that. That cost me gold. How the hell am I supposed to do that faster? Okay. One more try. And we're nope. Trying to pull microseconds here. It. Ah. 1.72 seconds off. That's just God, it's too much of a gap. Don't know how to speed that up. Let's check one thing really quick. Then I'm going to give up on this forever. Oh, there's the last of the nectar. We're still missing 3 Tinykins somewhere on this level. Oh, I can make micro refinements. Don't mistake me if I'm Falkenstein, but I don't think I can make almost 2 solid seconds of micro refinements. That's the problem. What I was looking around for is if there's some kind of shortcut I haven't unlocked here yet. Because this is just such a huge gap to just hold your bubble across, you know? It's weird. For that matter, one of the things we did earlier was he opened up that door, and I've never figured out what the point was of opening that door. That one right there. Whoops. That door, right there. Oh, whatever. I give up. I suck. My lord, that's not my intention. Quite the contrary. I'm a dung beetle, you understand? We spend our time dealing with the filth of other creatures, less enthusiastic about the idea. Too many words, too complicated. You're dirty. Go away. Wow! That is straight up speciesism right there. You're not allowed to pray at the temple because you're the wrong species. That's just... oof. Moving on. That's interesting. Looks like if I do that flip, I get a very small speed boost. God. It's kind of weird, actually. I noticed the camera kind of turns towards the bubbles, which isn't actually as helpful as it could be. Getting in the way a little bit, actually. Oh my God. I also find it interesting that they demand that you unlock the shortcuts in it. Wait, look at this. Look at this. In advance. Is there a way to like turn that off. Rather than... Oh, yeah, auto camera's off. All right, whatever. They kind of demand that you unlock stuff in advance rather than setting the world state into a specific state so that you can just do it. No judgment, it's just curious of a decision. I apparently can't do basic jumps today. Oh, speaking of which, I am going to be cutting off slightly earlier for usual than lunch. Don't worry, there will be a second shift. Just deal with some stuff. Sorry. You know how it is. Okay. It's probably my fault because I keep, failing the race and forcing the music to reset here. Terrible. Retry. Nope. I'm good. Foliana Heights. You shall not pass! One of the shadow creature's tools has been located in quarantine. These awful, invisible monsters creeping in the shadows, watching us, manipulating us. First step, stop their spies. The suspicious tool has been chained to bars for inspection. I will tell you nothing about where I hid the key in the bottom of the big vivarium. Thanks. So, like I said, we're going to try minimalisting this. So, let's see how little we require to do this. So what's green do? Interesting. How do I call them back? Oh, they're just there forever now. There's a snail who does not want to talk to me. You should try the bread here, man. Nothing like the boring loaves that the Golden Air got. You sure? Mantises always put weird stuff in their food. Chill out, man. It's just bread with seeds. Yeah, he did a whistle command in the thing, but I don't know what the whistle command is. It's apparently E. Does it work anywhere? It looks like it works even at distance. Oh god, it's poppy bread. Good morning, Scales of Justice. Yeah, we're dead. We actually popped, which is kind of terrifying, honestly. And I can't jump in the water, by the way, so that's just death. So that's cool. Yeah, we're just straight up water soluble. Nothing for it. None of these slugs want to, or snails want to talk to me. Abandoned by all apart from you, bearers of the spiral that is born and that dies, we implore you to teach us now in silence, to contemplate the world as it was and will be. Elathia Lorgoth. Elathia Lorgoth. Hero of Sanctor, I wish to offer you advice. Be kind to the snails here. They're more slimy than they were wordy, but the mantis is believed to have an important spiritual role. Even if they seem strange to you, I recommend you respect their strange beliefs. You would rather not see angry mantises. Yeah, mantises are kind of high tier. I don't want to deal with that. Why don't you like us, mantises? No, it's mantises don't like us. Really? Why? I don't know. Need to ask Dad. Okay. The rampant speciesism we've already seen. What a nightmare. Those mantis lunatics have control over all the production of herbs and spices in the house. Every week I have to go all the way from Foliata to Pandemonas, there and back again. Why are they sending you and not sending Dynas to requisition seeds? They can get the peasants and Ambrose to grow anything they want. Apparently the sun's the issue. What they can grow here won't survive inside. And that's good for me. What with their paying me in a month or two, I'll be richer than a prince. Okay. Amusing. For a spy from the capital, you can at least try to hide your identity a bit better. Get out. Here we have a little something called privacy. Do you know? Tell me more. Mantis Matriarch said to let you through. I'm starting to forget she said that, so hurry up. All the beetles are just mean. Oh god, I'm becoming racist. Ah! I guess specious. That's the idea, Pika. This is always supposed to be a short block. Shadowy blumps, notwithstanding. My big sister's a good matriarch, a good leader for the mantises. I am their blade. Recently, a band of thieves has been stealing our harvest. The capital's finally sent dynasts to help us. I have placed them in strategic locations and have reinforced surveillance walls. Don't let me catch you making friends with that scum. Maladain, I am the matriarch of Foliana. Reedme told me about you. An interesting bombix. He has a lot of quenches, which makes him an outsider. My people is ancient. We have no care for the approval of others. It's what makes us strong. This house hides a secret which awaits revelation, but to reveal the truth one must make mistakes. So explore our world and make mistakes, Maladain. Make mistakes, make waves. Even if it means you come across as weird. Truth is only revealed with bravery. Right, pal. I need pigments for my next masterpiece, you hear? I want everything you got in the place. Excellent, excellent. I have a little of everything. Some saffron yellow, carmine red. Let me stop you right there, little missy. When I say I want it all, I'm not talking cast off. I want the real deal. Everything I have is authentic, mauve, lavender, magenta, zinzolin, maybe even an indigo, but that's where I draw the line. Wait, you only paint in pink and purple? What do you expect, missy? Green? You can't paint a pretty picture without the right colors. So now we're colorists, too. Jesus, this setting. There was a time when mantises were considered as the thinkers of the house. Nowadays, good luck finding even two who can agree with each other. They should listen to the dragonflies. At least they can lead with only one voice. That of Ardwin! All hail Ardwin. Ardwin be his name. Ardwin the Ardwin is very Ardwin-y. You know, going back to that I can't think of the term. Oh my god. I can't think of the term. It's a video gaming term for something the player has to overcome. It's actually really, really common and a major part of game design. Oops. Friction. Speaking of a lack of player friction, you'll notice that we have been given the tool, a brand new tool, which we're using right now, which is just the ability to make a climbable surface anywhere. We can just be like, I want to climb right here. Now, I'm not complaining about that. But, yeah, that is a very interesting approach to things. So how do we get into there? Yeah, exactly, Walker. It's just... It's like that freaking rope arrow. You remember that? In Dark Messiah? Interesting. They even have a quality of life feature for making a tower right where you are and immediately climbing it. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, no, it's just pop a ladder right here. Wong. We already have a Princess Peach style glide, so. So anyways, as you can see, apparently humans are getting smaller for some reason. I'm not sure why they're getting smaller, but clearly that is a thing that whoever was here was studying. But this pseudo-museum is nothing but the work of a charlatan! I must just say, it does have its kind of aesthetic charm. And what an idea, putting rebellious creatures into glass jars. We should try that with our opponents. Does that mean we have to stop hitting them? That's not what I said. Yep, that's evil. Of course it is, it's a freaking cockroach. Hey, Meladine, you here to help us again, comrade? Hold up, Maneth. Finding the signal's origin is our mission, not his. Time is wasting, Solari. Yes, Ardaman's cantic will be heard in all of Sanctar now. But we shield bugs still have it in our heads, no matter where we are. There's no time to lose. How can you be so calm? I think it's the sun. It's doing me a world of good. The shine, the aura. Did you know the shield bugs came from here? Well, not quite here, a bit further outside. True, I feel so alive here. The light gives us strength. All right, let's go. I've seen some strangely shaped white rocks scattered on the air. I thought about it. They're definitely not just rocks. They're the remains of a creature that was colossal. Each white rock is, in fact, a skull, a part of an abdomen, a claw. Are they really paying you to come to such conclusions? A pile of rocks is a pile of rocks. Oh no, that look in your eyes. You already found a name for it. Supragargantomegasaurus. Hey, you with the weird fur for your head. How'd you like to make history? I'll take Kiana as an assistant. Bring me the bones of the Titan. There's one over there. One in there. Over there. Already got. Over there. Sure. And since I'm right here. Ooh. I see you. I see you. What was I doing? Oh, well. Oh God! Let's put that down. You know, I was about to ask why blowing up berries makes pollen. I didn't realize that would be a really stupid question. Hey, Savicom. Shortcut get. Coffee. It's okay, you have the best of both worlds. All coffee, no cat. Know your C words. I think it's more likely we don't have a concept of backwards because, you know, we're 2D. It attached 3 corners of the plate for the big tank, but there's a part that still won't budge. The object your Tinykin is carrying looks like it'll do the trick. That's because it will. Just get up there. What is all that crap up there? Jesus. So, let's see what happens if we just drop into actual water. Cool. Just bonus collectibleness. Whoa! Triaxia. Yes, we are secretly made of soap. Shortcut. And the other shortcut. So she said the key is at the bottom of the tank. I still haven't seen a way to get into the lower half of the tank. Picture what speedrunners can do with the frickin' green dudes. Get. Where is the inn? There's the... I see it. Everything's fine. You try Hexia, everything's fine. I am Saltek, sovereign of the desert. Flee, or my mighty wrath shall strike down your frail body. Sout, I swear I have something to drink. You're really getting on my nerves. Shortcut, get. Yeah, no, I noticed. Quite almost assuredly deliberate. I mean, come on, this game came out, like, 3 years ago? Pretty recently. What's over here? Nope, okay. You get. It's actually a lot more like Spyro than it is like Pikmin. Those guys notwithstanding. But yes, there's definitely some Pikmin vibes going on here. Where was the mailbox? I've already seen it. I don't know where it was. What? Found the edge. Sorry. Well, we're in the second room now. So, I suppose yes is the answer to your second question. Hey, Ross. What's up? I don't remember where the damn thing was. Yeah, I saw that they won. Not exactly what I'd call happy about that, but whatever. Oh, whatever. Drop the key. We're in danger. The shadows are coming. Help! What have you done, fool? Thanks to you, all our efforts to hinder the Shadow Creature's plans are for naught. You're in league with them, aren't you? You'll never stop me. Prepare yourself. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they went into overtime, didn't they, Walker? The funnel is vital. And yeah, so there you go. That's it. We're done with the stage. Now, obviously, that's not 100%. In fact, I think it's closer to like 10%. But there you go. That's how much is required in order to finish a stage. That's exactly what I was wondering. And honestly, I probably got more than I needed to. I was being a little overcautious. Now we roam a bit. That's good, by the way. I know this sounds strange for a game that's functionally a collectathon, but collecting should be optional in a collectathon. Making collecting mandatory in a collectathon just makes a collectathon irritating. You'll also notice there's tons and tons more things than you actually need in every stage. Now that makes sense too. because if you only had, for example, if you only needed 5 purples and there's only 5 purples on the stage, then you'd have to find all 5 purples. But if there's 30 purples on the stage, then you can scatter purples all over the place, and whichever ones the player finds will be sufficient for them. Adding a bit of routing and choice into the matter. And of course, if you want 100%, that's what 100%ing is for. That's on you. And of course, the game tracks your statistics, so you can see exactly how close you are to 100%ing at any point in time. So, yeah, big thumbs up on that. So far, collecting hasn't been irritating, although I should mention, I actually failed at 100%ing the previous stage because I'm missing like 3 Tinykin, and I never did find them. At this point, I probably never will, since there appears to be no method to track them down if you haven't found them. A game that was too short, the extent where it detracts from the quality of the game. I feel like the answer to that is yes, but I'm going to have to plumb the depths of my memory, because that's pretty damn rare. It's probably something on the NES, honestly. Because a lot of NES games are literally 20-minute affairs. Now, obviously, some of those games are ridiculously brutal in order to try and make them seem longer, but, you know, my favorite statistic is that you can beat Ninja Gaiden in about 15 minutes, if you know what you're doing. Now, most people take a little longer than 15 minutes, because it's Ninja Gaiden. You get my point. I'm derailing. A game too short, where the length would actually be a negative. There's the mailbox. Woohoo! Took well Fluttershy. I can think of games that feel unfinished, but the shortness of the game isn't really the problem. It's the fact that the games are unfinished, right? Hell, we arguably just played one of those. And yeah, actually, Deserts of Karak is a great example of that. Deserts of Karak is an unfinished game, and it shows. But it's not too short, it's unfinished. I can think of plenty of games I wouldn't mind are longer. But honestly, that usually just falls under replayability, you know? Shortcuts while we're here. So we have tons of red dudes. Plants, you have to speak to them. They like it when you take care of them. When they feel the love you have for them. Until you cut them, of course. A mantis has to eat. The wrong button 3 times in a row. That's impressive. I think the closest I could come to 5 Umbral Magmas, because you're the one who actually asked the question. I don't know why I said 5. Is like the old arcade games, which are functionally just one screen and that's kind of it, you know? You know, there's just not content there. Even that doesn't feel like a too short problem. That just feels like there's no content there problem. But that's probably as close as I could come to that. Or a game like Balloon Fight, where there's technically more than one screen. You know, like the original NES category stuff. The stuff that was just arcade games that have been ported over to the Famicom. Come on now, you won't miss a seat or two, eh? Let me make myself clear, peasant. You can grow lentils like a savage back where you came from, and we will do the skilled labor. Skilled labor, all you're doing is waiting for it to grow and cutting off the leaves. Load of layabouts, not surprised you don't want to share now. Petting is delicate work. I'll give you a demonstration if you like. Show me your antenna. God, all the bugs don't like each other in this setting. Oh my god. Wow, we are seriously water soluble. All I did was brush up against it as I was going by it there. Instant explosion. You know, you are the second person to ask that, which isn't really that many times, Blade Duval, but it's kind of unusual that I've been asked that exact same question twice. Yeah, imagine a world in which you explode if you touch water. One Piece kinda played with that concept. A little bit. It does sound like a real world mod. New statistic, water soluble. Ah! I'm gonna assume it's the upper part of their mouth, Woo, because anything else is too gross to contemplate. Yeah, that sounds like a cool challenge mode, actually. It's raining. Ah! That's actually... Oh, what's that called? There's a concept where you take something that's mundane and you make it a challenge or a difficult thing to avoid. Really good games will play with this concept, but fiction can play with this concept too, just as a narrative thing. You know, don't walk into the shadows, or don't stand on the ground, or, you know, whatever. It's a variant on Flora's lava, but can lead to some interesting stuff. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get at is being water soluble in a setting that rains could actually be interesting if you do something cool with it. The catch is doing something cool with it, because otherwise it's just a pain. Actually, yeah, SimAnt is a good example of what I'm talking about. God, I haven't played that game since... I think since it came out, actually. No, that's not true. I played the SNES port later. That's right. Which I played when it came out. Anyways, let's finish up the bush in the middle here. Good morning, Blue Dragon EXE. How's your day going? Hopefully well. Or getting there. Oh yeah, solar phobia. There's another one. Light is dangerous. Actually, V-Rising plays with that mechanic. Now, the way it works exactly actually depends on your settings, because it's customizable, because V-Rising is a good game. But in V-Rising, you play as a vampire. So you can take cover in the shade, but it's a temporary fix, and the sun's always moving. And you have to plan around that, because certain stuff is only available during the day. It's a nice flip side thing, right? You know how in a lot of survival kind of games, certain resources or materials or quests or objects or enemies or whatever are only available at night? Same concept. Some stuff is only available during the daytime, so you have to go out at some point. By the way, I recommend V-Rising. It's a fun... It's actually a builder survival game, but it is a decent one. I haven't done a full playthrough of it yet, because it's not fully out yet. It's still in early access. But it's good stuff. Put it on your radar, if you care. And if you don't, that's okay. Love having those green guys. I thought I would be irritated by the green guys, because doing this is kind of slow and just irritating. Until I discovered this button. That is such a quality of life feature. And think Pikmin with none of the pressure and none of the friction and none of the stress. This really is a collectathon, full tilt. I'm tempted, I've been thinking about this because we've covered several at this point. I've been tempted to kind of differentiate collectathons in the genre list just for the hell of it. But if I go down that road, we'll probably start doing not JRPGs. I mean, technically JRPGs. But we might start doing subgenres in general. I'm not sure I want to go down that road. There's a lot of subgenres. A lot of crap up top. Alright. Okay. Let's finish the middle. So, Alec G, first of all, thank you very, very much for the donation. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Second of all, you can pick up to 3 things to put that towards. You don't have to pick just one. It is not required. Looks like you really can't get up here unless you've gotten a whole bunch of greens. You just have too much of a height requirement. You're Melodin, they said... You're Melodin, they said. Funny, you're a little short for a hero. Still more snails. A lot of snails, actually. Let's get a shortcut going up here, shall we? Before we, plummet to our death. This is a hell of a drop from up here. Good question, Trixie. The theories held by the mantises must seem out of this world to you. However, even a broken clock is right twice a day. We're awfully casual for someone who could die the moment we touch water. Like, I'm sorry to keep thinking about that, but like, seriously, at the moment we touch water, we explode. Think about that. Look down. The inhabitants seem so small. So insignificant. They aren't even aware we're up here looking down upon them. If they look upwards, they can't see us. But what if there was someone watching us in the same way? From even higher? Would we even notice? I missed a few things. What is this purple vine thing? Is there a real-life plant that looks like that purple vine of death? Asking for a friend. I also kind of want to test the limits of this ability, so let's do it, I don't know, right about here. Made it. Yeah, no, it looks super video gamey, which is why I asked. It reminded me most of those vines that usually show up in the Mario games. The ones that are just straight up hazards, nothing else. I know, right, Woo? Listen, Mantis has got a Mantis, yo. Sorry. Rambles? Ooh. Possibly. Sorry, give me one moment. I'm checking some. Yep, that's what I thought. Cool. that. I need to write down kit. We actually have surprisingly good kit. This might be a multiple kit positive game. Like, we've got the glide, which is as useful as it usually is in these kind of games. Then we've got the actual not Pikmin themselves. Did that number just change? It did. Huh. Yes, this is a bar of salt. Or, sorry. This is a bar of salt. Any questions? Excellent. Okay. Shortcut get. I also kind of like how we spend some of these instead of just gathering them. I mean, so far it's just the reds, but still. Them working as ammo works better than I would have thought. All the snails, God. What is with all the snails? Yeah, we had to do a purge anyways, and I didn't have time to do a proper purge. So I did a less time-consuming purge, which is purge everything. Don't worry, you can just add your name back and add what you want to put it towards back, and it'll be cool. We had way too many dead fruit people who haven't guessed in months, or in some cases years, on that list. So... this place is heaven and hell. Mantises can show a streak of genius when it comes to rare plants with a powerful, smooth, and sweet pollen. Exactly what I need to brew the best nectar in the house, without a shadow of a doubt, but they also have an aptitude for more toxic plants, too. Have no fear, any brewer worth their salt knows how to separate good pollen from bad. It's my job. Quick, give it to me, and I'll deal with the toxin filtering, sieving, and your reward. Ta-ta. The delicious floral bouquet. I hope it's not a trap. I should probably find a taster for this kind of creation, just in case. We now have 4 bubbles of range. I mean, I should just be quoting Back to the Future at this point. Roads. Where I'm going, I don't need roads. Because I have green Pikmin, or Tinykin. You know, I'm not sure how long it's been exactly. 1 second. See if I can backtrack that information. Let's see if Google tells me information like that. Oh, it does. Oh, wow. It's been about 2 years and 4 months since that document has existed. That is simultaneously longer and shorter than I thought. I still need to go inside there at some point. Got the clamor, I see. I'm gonna introduce myself. Robot Hat. Kind-hearted thief, avenger of the downtrodden. You have a strange look about you, especially on a capillary front. But I do not judge an insect by their carapace, only by their generosity. See, friend, I am of those who believe our great leaders only exploit the misery of our people in order to get rich. Indeed, one of their tax collectors had an unfortunate fall right here that I know absolutely nothing about. That magnificent gem is stuck on that beam there. Join the cause, bring it to me, and I'll return it to those who own it and reward you appropriately. However, see, you have no wings, and I think you'll need to build 3 bubble to glide across. Impress me, dear Milo. Sure. It really isn't, Ross. I know everyone says that, but it really isn't. This is Spyro. The more I play it, the more I become firm in that opinion. Okay, this is... wow. Alright. Jeez, yeah. Oh, God. Okay. What I was about to say is if we had 3, that would be a barely jump. See, we would have popped out right there. I mean, even the glide mechanic is straight up Spyro. We'll come back to that. Interesting they give us extra bomb guys right here. I don't know, Dakota. Hang on. What a brilliant victory against the tyrants. Despite all appearances, you have a pure heart. Many are those who won't go hungry tonight. As promised, here's your reward. If you happen to come across one of my mask-wearing companions, please talk to them for our mutual benefit. Steel Sting. Artifact get. Okay, so let's see, because I wanted to go here anyways. If this is what you meant, then yes. But I don't know if we can do the opposite. Nope, looks like we can't build from a beam going down. So we can't make vines. I remember when I used to give positive for just fun. I don't have to do that anymore. I could get more specific with why a game is fun. But I was just reminded of it because this game does have a lot of just fun factor going for it. Like, it was actually kind of relaxing once I beat the MSQ and then could focus on the collecting because it's more natural to follow the flow of collecting in this game. Like, it's hard to explain, but I'm sure you've been noticing how each the terrain and the guidance and the lighting and everything is kind of indicating where stuff is to collect, and that leads you to other places where you can collect, which leads you to other places where you can collect, and the whole thing kind of folds in on itself several times. It's really, really good flow. Like, really solid flow. What was your name for it again? Super Thingamabobbus? Yeah, I overestimated its size a bit. But admit it's not just a pile of rocks. They will love this in the capital. Maybe. I do have some suggestions for the name. Averageosaurus, Normalosaurus, nothing specialosaurus. Science has to be precise, right? Here, assistant, your reward. I think it's part of a collection belonging to the Museum of Ardwin. Terrifying, Trihexia. Truly terrifying. I think Star Trek has it bad because whales are sentient in that setting. Imagine bugs being sentient. Ooh. Okay, so we've done a lot of sweeping. We are only missing 37 pollen and 3 Tinykin. And I happen to know a place we haven't been. I don't know enough about the difference between frogs and toads to answer that question, unfortunately. You know, actually, yeah, Takoida. That would make sense if they designed the level around the flow and guidance of all, you know, the collector stuff. And then it's like, okay, and here's the mandatory part. No, Pancakes. And it never will be. Why do you ask? Oh, that would be even worse. Nothing ruins the fun of a game like this more than making it all mandatory. Ah, so it's not chopped, Pancakes. It just got a little purged, that's all. But anybody who is still participating in the guessing game can re-add their name and their requests and their guess. But it did get purged. With fire. And water. I am missing an absolute pittance of things now. Like, I'm missing so little that we might actually be done. We're very close to it. What are we missing? We are just missing 22 pollen and nothing else. Pollen. It's got to be something we skipped when we were doing our initial run. One of the things we deliberately didn't pick up. There's a vine down there. Hello. Now we're missing 8. Looks like the animation for pulling them in is mostly cosmetic too. Once you hit the whistle button, they're ready to go for another round, whether they're actually done being part of the formation or not, which is good. So animation locking. Okay. Other getting... Good eye, Anditty. And done. We have 300% in level 2. Nice. With that, I've kind of pushed the limits a little bit, so I think I need to go ahead and do that early lunch break. I do apologize again for that. Let's go ahead. lock this in. We should be starting back up at roughly the normal time for the second shift. I do apologize again for the shorter shift for the first one. Right after we do this. That was more complicated than expected. Nice work. Now we gotta get the scissors of the city of Balnea. Balnea can be reached through a trapdoor in Felonia. Let's go. Anyways, I'll be back. I'll see you around, guys.